What's up, everybody? Little Big Robot's back with another video. This time I'm looking at the 30 minutes missions kit, Espossito. I believe this is alpha. There's a beta that I have right here that I can use to compare to this one, but this is the alpha. I think that's alpha. I can't remember what that is. It looks like a infinity sign or something. 30 minutes missions, if you didn't know, is a line that I'm now officially collecting, so it's one of my new lines. I should have started collecting it 1400 years ago, but focus, dummy. There we go. But they're known to be a very simple kit, inexpensive, that take you about 30 minutes to assemble. And for the most part, I have found that to be absolutely true. They are staying true to that kind of design idea. So we'll take a look at it. What's also cool about this is, like a lot of gunpla now, or most of it, or if not all of it, modern gunpla, you're going to be getting English, just half English, half Japanese. So it's really, really cool. Really happy about that. It just helps for the international audience, helps grow, you know. So that's a really good thing to see. Fantastic, fun little model. I actually prefer this one, I think, so far. It has these weird feet. We'll talk about that in a minute. It has a transformation, kind of a mode change type thing. We'll talk about that. And another thing that's cool about 30 minutes missions, as I mentioned with the beta version, or whatever the other version was, the white version, is once you build that model, once you're done, in the box you might have some guns or some additional parts, leftovers, but you have all the sprues are empty. So you can take your sprues, you don't have to cut out the useful bits and put them in your leftovers box. You just have the bot and that's it. Now I just love that. It's a little more sustainable, I think, as well, but we know how that goes. These guys are kind of funny because they're not going to really represent a normal 30 minutes missions kit, as far as they're still going to be very flexible, very posable and stuff. But these two particular ones I'm showing have this, because of this mode change, have a bit more, a bit less. Well, I know they have the same flexibility, I guess, in their legs and stuff, but they're a little bit more finicky. This one seems to have a bit more of a crunch. The beta one, I guess it has some there. But like this one here, it can fold all the way to the back because of a transformation thing. This one I imagine probably does about the same. Yeah, you see that little joint there? That probably means, but we'll see in a minute here. But the legs are cool looking. I don't like the backwards feet, but at the same time I kind of like them because it's kind of something different. I imagine though, like I said, on the other one you can just turn them around and it looks relatively normal, or you can just use a different 30 minutes foot, just pop it right in on that little part there. But let's go ahead and turn it around backwards. Well, I guess this would be frontwards. This would be normal. and then see how it looks. You get the great leg bends. The old test, can it kick itself in the back of the head? Yes, it can. I don't do all the posability stuff because I don't care that much. I don't like watching that in other videos. But if you're wondering, yes, you can pretty much move these in almost any way you can imagine, like with any other modern HG Bandai kit. It's standard now to have such posability that it's just ridiculous. Like if you can scratch himself in the back. It's nuts. Whatever you think you can do, you could probably do with almost any one of these kits. 30 minutes are great, but occasionally you get one of the only issues, I guess I could say, is that one of the main issues I should say is that you will have loosening of parts occasionally, quite a bit of loosening, because they're not the toughest kits in the world, maybe to save some money. But you can always replace the joints there with some new poly caps, and that will probably help you out quite a bit. But let's do, like with the other one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the little mode change and see what that's like. It's pretty basic. The last one I paused and then did it and came back. This one, I think what I'll do is I'll do it while I leave it recording, so you can kind of see how simple it is, because it literally is just a bot being bent in half. Excuse me. So you can see you're just removing stuff, flipping it over. So let's see, you're literally going to take this. Let's take off his shield here. I think you're going to use that at the front. There's the shield. Let's take off his gun, which again is just a very simple little weapon there. Let's see, what else do you take? I take off these parts, so including these little bendy things here. I don't know if we keep them on there, but let's keep them on there. Very simple. Let's do that there. Let's just look at that there. Boop. Okay, so now you have your basic bot. There it is compared to the beta. It's pretty much, I think, exact same bot. A little difference in the heads. I like how they always have a cool head difference. Little bit, you see. Oh, no, I guess it is the same. Just different colors. So that's cool. You can swap stuff out. And then here's the part that didn't get me last time, but was kind of finicky, is I'm folding it almost all the way in half. So I'm going to do that. It feels like it'll snap, though. Oh, there we go. That's what I did wrong last time, is I was a little scared and I didn't bend it all the way. And then basically your legs are just bending up like this, so they're sitting in the back of the head. So you can see again how flexible the kits are. Really, with the normal 30 minutes kit, you could probably bend the legs as much anyway, minus the fact that it can't. Its waist doesn't do that. So they're supposed to sit up about even with the head like this. Which is kind of funny. So I guess it's not really snapped in place, but it kind of sits there, so that's fine. The arm should just swing up like this. So really you could do this real basic. This goes forward, arm swings up, this goes forward. Let's redo the legs. See, so there's not really a locking mechanism that I can tell. So it's a little bit finicky. And then this, so you got the weapon here, goes like that, goes on the bottom of the thing, shield, and then that goes in the front. Oh, right, it goes right there in his little gap. So that's kind of cool. It's a little bit more spaceship looking. The other one didn't look very good. So it's been, oh, that's much better. Oh yeah, I like that a lot better than the beta. So it's looking a bit more like a ship. See how you kind of instantly push those down though? So that's kind of a bit of trouble. I don't mind pushing them down all the way. It's a little more solid that way. And then you're assembling these things, like these little shields here. Let's see, that goes. So basically, you're just putting them right here. Oh, you need to turn this up at an angle a bit. So it's not really exact. So that's a bit bad. Is that it's not really an exact placement. You just kind of got to fill it like that. Turn this straight. So that's definitely a much better ship looking thing, transformation, flight mode, whatever you want to call it, than the, oh, see, this can kind of cover that area, so that's good. Then the beta. The beta just looked literally like a bot bent in half. This one looks a bit more like an actual ship, but you see what I mean? It's not really perfectly, it doesn't go click, and lock into place like a transformer, so a lot of these kind of mode transformations, you have to just kind of feel it and get it in roughly the right place. But that actually looks pretty cool. The other one I would be this one, the transformed, I'd be kind of embarrassed to fly that around. But this looks actually like a little bit of a ship. So that's really cool. So it's usually pretty easy to untransform or detransform, whatever you want to say. Oh, look, his chest piece came off. So pull that part, make sure that doesn't come off. Where does that go? Let's go back into here, please, sir. Thank you, sir. So you're basically literally just unfolding it. So you can see the bot immediately. It takes a few seconds. These parts, you can leave those on, I guess, if you wanted to. Just take them off. Just take it off. Take that off. And then you're back to the kind of quote-unquote normal bot. As you can see, the skinny waist is a bit too skinny, but it is a different looking bot. I like putting the feet forward, kind of, but I would honestly, I'm going to swap those out with something else. I prefer this gray color as well, but they're definitely interesting looking. You see, so you could even swap out, like put the brown gray knees on this one. You can do a lot with that. But they do have the double jointed legs, so they're going to do all the posable stuff that you want it to do that you would do in a normal 30 minutes kits. It feels a little taller. As a matter of fact, where are my other ones? Where am I putting my 30 minutes kits? Oh, I have them over here. So here is the Spinatio. It's much taller. So I'm enjoying these humanoid looking ones, but I don't want like animal shapes and stuff. I like these that kind of just look like a humanoid looking robot, so it's very robotic looking. This is one of my favorite just for messing around with. It's so posable and fun, and you can stick whatever shoulders you want, and look, it's a little taller, so that's cool. But just to give you an idea of how 30 minutes missions work, let's say you pull off the little shoulder pad. This is what's so great about them. And I say, oh, I have this thin shoulders on, but I have the wrong shoulders on, but usually you just pop that right into there. Let me show you. I'll pull that off. So normally you take it, you'll have the thicker shoulder on. This one, the Spinatio, for some reason has one that has a little bit if you don't want shoulder blades on it, shoulder things on it, you put this one on it. But I think we can still attach that to it. Let's see. So you can do like that, see? So you can immediately have a new looking bot. Really, really cool. I prefer the gray color over the white. The white looks really good with panel lining stuff, but this transformation is much better. I guess really the only difference, honestly, is you could put this one on that one and get a same basic result. But not bad. That's the Espossito Alpha, I believe. Really cool. Inexpensive, 16 bucks, 15 bucks, whatever. 30 minutes missions. I'm glad I'm finally decided to go ahead and just start collecting them because I wanted to for so long. Great little series. They're just fun. They're just swappable, easy, cheap, done. I like it. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.